Hello, hello, it's Jennifer Ward, and my topic was Contemporary Spanish Cinema by Fernando Canet. And so the study of Spanish cinema offers a rich tapestry of perspectives from mainstream commercial productions to avant-garde art films. And so I am going to tell you guys a little bit about the study and how it highlights the importance of various theoretical frameworks and methodological approaches, excuse me, and attributes to both their successes and the complexity of the work. The text is also going to examine a little about the academic focus over time and the increasing cultural studies of this genre. And so when we look at one of the directors, Pablo Almodovar, you'll see one of his cinemas was Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. And so I'm just playing a little of it here. This is one of his best films. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit about this. You might even recognize some of the faces in it. And so it just has a balanced approach and that respects the diversity of the cinematic expressions and highlights a little of the dialogue between scholars, both within and outside of Spain. And as you were kind of watching, it contributes the Spanish academics of the field of Spanish cinema and studies and the expressions, the gratitude for the opportunity to contribute to the international subjects. And so here's another one. This film is High Heels, also again by Pedro Almodovar. And this one was again The High Hills. And so just something interesting when it comes to Spanish cinema is it emphasizes the diverse genres, the styles, the themes, and you'll just notice a little more on the cultural studies. Obviously, something different than just music all the time is it does incorporate more of your Spanish tongue and whatnot. One of the directors, of course, being this Pueblo that we watched two of those very, very short films there. And you'll see just the commercial success and the complexity of different things. It also allows for the analysis of multiple angles and perspectives. There is also a lot of transnationalism and queer theory when it comes to Spanish cinema. You'll see broader trends in the Spanish cinema studies, including shifts toward cultural studies and a focus on directors and their media personalities. When we look at Spanish cinema, you're going to see more topics such as stars, masculinity, and gender representation. A little more on the last film, The High Heels. We really noticed some of that cultural identity with those global markets. The transnationalism has become more of a recurring theme in Spanish cinema during those periods. And other films like The Others and The Impossible really exemplified that Spanish production. And when we talk about the gender representation that has emerged from these major themes in the Spanish cinema, with scholars exploring its reflection on more of your norms and identities. Now, the Spanish Civil War and its aftermath have been more recurrent subjects in recent Spanish films, where we work at The Live Flesh or Carne Tremula, which exemplifies more of that intersection of gender representation and historical narratives in the Spanish films. Now, the documentary films in Spanish that really evolved from the forms to a more subject and experimental approach you'll see on Spanish films and industries, and the forms of cinema such as the documentaries and the animations and the cultural expressions, excuse me. Now, Spanish cinema itself offers the complex landscape for exploration and varies in perspectives and more of the embracing diverse theoretical framework. So I hope you kind of enjoyed learning a little bit about Spanish cinema, and maybe you'll take a deeper dive into some of those films that I talked about. Thanks.